Hello, first grade. We are going to continue with our portrait making. So last week we made our patterned paper. You'll need that. Now I have a piece of tan paper. If you don't, you're gonna need white. And this is gonna be to make the head. You're gonna need a color paper that's the same color as your hair. And if you don't have the color you need, you can use white and just color it your hair color. And then I've got a big white piece of paper here. If you don't have a big white piece, you could glue two smaller pieces together to make a big piece. All right? So I'm just gonna leave my white paper here for now. We're gonna actually start with the head. So I have my paper tall and I folded it in half. Now, for my pencil. Here's the shape you want to do. So this is the open side. So I'm gonna put a little O up there. And that means this is the fold side. So we're gonna start at the top and we're gonna come straight down at least halfway, probably a little bit more than halfway. Then we're gonna curve around and then we're going to come down and over. Now, if you leave your paper folded and you just cut on your pencil line, when you unfold it, you're going to have a whole head. So this is just half of it. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so head, neck. Now, I'm going to glue it onto my white paper in the middle of my paper. I know you can't see the whole white paper, but it is in the middle. So if you need to pause the video so that you can make yourself a big piece of white, you can, and then come back after you've made that. All right. So I'm gluing that down. All right, now I'm gonna do the hair. Now just hold on 1 second because I want to show you some different hairstyles, but I have to go get them. Hold on a second. Okay, so I'll do some girl styles first. So you could have bangs and then longer pieces or ponytails. There's one with braids. This one has curly hair. This one has short hair. And then boys usually just have a little bit hanging out of their hat because we're going to be making a hat. So you could do like a zigzaggy line, or you could even do one straight across. Okay, so I'm going to take my piece of brown and I'm going to draw my design. So I'm going to do zigzag bangs at the top, and then I'm going to do straight hair. So I'm going to make a line across. Actually, I don't want it that big. I'm going to make a line at the bottom. And then I'm going to go up and in. So I don't really need a line that big at the top. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side, just a little line. Make a line at the bottom. And then connect it. All right, so go ahead and figure out which hair type you want to make. And then I'm going to cut these out. Okay, so I'm going to start by gluing the bangs on the top. So I'm just going to put the glue on the head because I'm going to have to trim a little bit of this off. Because it's sticking out past where the head ends. So I'm going to give myself a haircut. Trim those edges off. Now I'm going to take the long pieces and I'm going to glue those on. And if they stick out a little bit too far over here on either side, you can trim them also. All right, now I'm going to take a brown crayon and I'm going to make some lines just to show that their hair has texture and movement. So I'm going to do just some straight kind of lines for the bangs. Oops. And then some straight lines down for the hair. It's okay if they curve a little bit. All right, now I'm going to move on to the face. So I'm going to do the nose first. Now the nose is a long rectangle. I'm using brown. You could use brown, black, or if you have a skin color crayon, you could use that. So it's just long and skinny, and then color it in. All right, now I want you to think about what color eyes you have. So mine are kind of a greenish color, and the eyes are just going to be little circles. All right. Now I'm going to use a pink to do a smile. And now I'm going to use a light pink. I'm going to do cheeks. So I want to make a circle with the light pink. Not a big circle. Bigger than the eyes, but not too big. And then I'm going to take a red and I'm going to draw a circle around that. And then I'm going to color that in red. Okay, so now the face is done. Now comes the part where we use our 2 pieces of pattern paper. So you have to pick one for the shirt and one for the hat. Okay, so I'm going to use my red piece for the shirt. I'm going to move this for right now. So I have it sideways. I want to fold it so that I can't see the painted part or the pattern. Now this is going to be the same thing when we did the head. Here's the open side. Here's the fold side. So I want to come down a little bit, and then I'm going to draw an arch all the way to the corner. And then cut that out. Leave it folded, cut it out, and when you unfold it, you should have one piece. Now I'm going to glue that down here at the bottom. If it's too high, you can always trim it. So I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom. Mine was a little too big. All right, that's good. So now I have it at the very bottom. I'm going to glue it right on. And then I'm going to do the hat. So I'm going to get my other piece of patterned paper. I'm going to fold it just like I did for the shirt. Now I have the open side and the fold side. And I'm basically going to do the same kind of line, but I'm going to start down a little bit lower. So lower and all the way to the corner. And then I'm going to draw a circle for the top of the hat. So with the paper folded, you want to cut out the arch line. And then you don't have to keep the paper folded to do the circle because you only need one circle. So I'm gonna just glue the edge of the ball of the hat right there on the top. And then I'm going to glue the hat on. So it's gonna cover up a little bit of the bangs. Okay, now that's all finished. If you want to add some designs in the background, you can. I told the kids here at school they could draw snowflakes, or they could do like squares or circles or triangles, just to make some designs around it, but you don't have to do that. So when you're all done, you can stop the video and log off, and I'll see you next time. Have a good week.